What's up, everybody? It's me, Stevie, Super Smunchy Brew, Super Smug Groove. This is going on both channels, and today I'm going to be talking about and showing my home game console collection. Long story short, in the past I showed my handheld gaming collection, my handheld console game collection, so it makes sense, home game console collection. So yeah, starting off with number one, the Sony PlayStation 1. Really cool, wonderful, the logo, classic intro reset. When you open it up, boom. You could, in a way, walk around to region 3 in a way, hold down the button, put like something holding this down to there, and then turn it on, boom, switch to this. But I have another solution, which I'll talk about later on, what I do nowadays. But yeah, JRPGs, adventure games, fighting games, so much more. The PS1 was a wonderful gaming console and still is fun to play today. Next is the Sony PlayStation 2. Of course, 2. Now, when I said about the PS1, I have a solution. This is what I mean, really cool, Sakura pink, and then a silver one, really nice. Now, I feel like when it comes down to it, it's really fun, the fighting games, Silent Hill 3 for horror games, JRPGs like Persona, really cool. Talking about Persona, that's what I've been chilling with nowadays. Boop. Boom. So yeah, really fun. And yeah, when it comes down to it, the PS2, really fun. Here we are, we had the 1, the 2s, and now the 3s. Well, 1, 3. So the Sony PlayStation 3 Lightning Final Fantasy 13 edition. Really cool. I put a terabyte, and yeah, it's fun. Look at that, sideways wise. This is the slim model if you're wondering, and long story short, when it comes down to it, the PlayStation 3 has always been one of my favorite gaming consoles. Really fun, really cool, and amazing. And yeah, I feel like when it comes down to it, Sony supporting the PS3 for this long, that's really amazing and cool. You know what I mean? Reopening the digital store too. Sony really is just like, working hard over there, So that's a good thing about Sony that I would say is really amazing about them. You know what I mean? Even till this day, modern days. So yeah, PS3, many wonderful times. I remember when, chilling. Next thing you know, people I knew got it and they were like, yo, look at this game. You know what I mean? So wonderful times. Here we are with a PlayStation 4. Now, I got this in launch, and let me tell you, long story short, I told the story many times, even in the 10th anniversary of the PS4, but oh man, that was like one of the coolest times, Yeah, so long story short, went to the game store, the guy said, pre-order sold out, but he's like, come tonight, trust me. And dude, he's like, right there, man, you're gonna get one. Long story short, everyone who pre-ordered got their consoles, but he had extras. This dude, man, he's like, I got you, and then he gave me this one. I remember wonderful times. Of course, there's more to the story, but that's all details and stuff, you know what I mean? So, yeah, PS4, last year I put a 1 terabyte. I put a 1 terabyte this year on that PS3 Final Fantasy 13 one also, and like 2 weeks ago or something, a week or two ago. And yeah, really amazing. I love the Sony PlayStation 4. It's, I would say my second favorite, or maybe, yeah, probably my second favorite PlayStation console-wise. So, yeah, because, dude, the memories, and the controller is really cool as well. I'm going to do this fast. Let's just do this one. Look at this. This is like a white brick with the PlayStation logo. Yeah. So, this PlayStation 5, which I heard someone recommended the slim model because it's just like a vacuum and all that. Had a re-change setup, but that's, yeah. This thing, as you can see, the shadow of just, you see it's like big, just shadow everything. But back to what I was saying, King of Fighters 15, Tekken 8, those are like golden must-haves for the PS5. I heard Persona 4 Revival, apparently they're doing another Persona, for, what was it called? I think this one's like does this fall under the reboot? No, not reboot, but a remastered or remake. I think it's a remake. I don't know. But yeah, like I said in the past, the Street Fighter 2s of Capcom, they basically doing that with everything Persona nowadays. I feel like, because didn't PS4 have it? Persona, I don't know. But when I think about it, it's interesting. They bring in more modern, well, classic retro games to modern audiences, which is cool. I feel like when it comes down to it, it does look interesting. I hear they're going to add like even more stuff, like side stories and things, which if it's like the case of like how like to compare, what was it, Persona 5, like Royale to the base version, then I would consider it. Very interesting. I need to look into that. It looks amazing though. From what I saw the trailer, the improvement. Not even comparing it to the PS2 version, I'm comparing it to like the Vita, like the ones that's out, the last one. It's like, wow, the improvements. But neither do research, because I hear they do tend to do censorship. I don't know. That's a whole different discussion. Now, with that little rant on the side, let me hit you with two combos. You got an NES, which we'll see the future of that. And you got the the Famicom. Yeah, this is the anime, I forget what's it called, but it's a Famicom computer, and I unboxed it. I'll probably have that as well on the side, because I forgot. The 20th anniversary, yes, this was it. Shonen Jump, yes, I think, no, 50. Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, the 50th anniversary family computer. Now, and this is all the games, by the way. Really nice. Now, this is part of the, what was it, when everyone was doing the, Nintendo started it, I believe, so, no, to be fair, Sega kind of was trying to push it for years, but no one really cared. The mini consoles or home consoles, I remember seeing like the Sega Genesis minis or whatever before Nintendo's NES mini, but they didn't really get that much hype or excitement from what I remember, the communities around there. Even the hardcore Sega fans that I remember, that I knew and chilled with, they never talked about that, you know what I mean? So I guess it was like a little niche side thing, you know what I mean? But Nintendo kind of hyped it all up, and then boom, NES Mini, Super Nintendo Mini. Sony did one that, I hear mixed reviews on it. So yeah, this is a fun one. Before buying this, I never played these games. I've heard of them. So playing them and all that, there's like a few that I really enjoy and have fun with. So yeah. So moving on, and yes, I did change up the setup, You already know what's coming up when you see two Super Famicoms. Two Super Famicom CIB games, man. You already know. You got Mobile Suit Gundam and other animes, and Sailor Moon over here and other animes. We got the Super Nintendo. Yup. White, gray, purple. You already know. Really cool, really wonderful, modded, all of that. Clean. I love the Super Nintendo. It's such a wonderful console. You mod it. It's easy. You play games from all the countries, regions, etc. It's fun. I love it. You already know. The Nintendo 64. Wonderful, cool, the logo, all of that. You already know. Yo, wow. Everything, just, you got 4 players right away. Really cool. And yeah, some consoles like the PS1, you had to buy adapters, but here they just give it, boom, 4 people, let's play. And of course, you already knew, my 100 unboxing. Pikachu. Yep, there we have it. Oh, wait a minute. Cable wise, don't want things falling, you already know. Pokeball, you already know. Come on, had to update it. The sticker or reset. And Pokeball as the start. Really wonderful and cool. This is usually my main one that I use and all that. The original one, because I got a force and all that stuff. One reason why I do the series of variant gaming consoles is because how I was. Like I didn't know this existed before, you know what I mean? And then I researched and boom, you know what I mean? Which reminds me, I will be covering this maybe in the end of the year, maybe holidays. You know, not this specific console, but like the variant gaming consoles, Nintendo 64. So that's a plan I'm going to do. So yeah. The next one is the Nintendo GameCube. Look at that little cube. 4 players, wonderful, amazing. Yo, this is amazing, man. Even the PS2, you had to get an adapter and stuff like that. But dude, here you got 4 people there. Boom, boom, boom. Wonderful times. Now, also, GameCube wise, man, I had to show it, man. Look at that. Customized. Got my customized art. Put it onto the memory cards. And then now I know what games are there. You know, really fun, cool. I will be doing a collection video of the GameCube, so I don't want to go too far and show everything, you know what I mean? So yeah. I don't think I showed this yet, but I'll show it again. I think I didn't. I don't know. But I got the Super Nintendo Mini or Classic Edition, so really cool. Has these games, and then Star Fox 2, really cool. And then boom, in the back. Yeah, really nice. So the next one is the Super Nintendo Classic. Yep, really cool. This game is, I got on launch day. I remember clearly. It was really fun. It has like a lot of really cool games, but this is what I really love, having to play Earthbound on the TV. So I have it on the TV mode and Secret of Mana as well, but I have that in Switch collection. But I would say, I also have it on 3DS XL. 3DS is really cool also, but having to play on the TV mode is also really cool. So yeah. And here we are with the Nintendo Switch. I love the Nintendo Switch. It gave me hours and years of fun and wonderful time. Even recently, the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo with the Nintendo Switch was a comeback from the Wii U. And I was going to get it, and I told the story many times, but long story short, when it comes down to it, the Nintendo Switch is such a wonderful gaming console. I love collecting it till this day. So, I love it. So with all that being that, I hope you enjoyed the video. To fix the like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, bye.